Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland,
"22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Right to the air is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Waddle, the motion man right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And not much running room. Down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peoples stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing.
You don't have the machine. But... Yeah, exactly what you have. Solution. The problem now is sleep. Which is blood pressure control too. I know that. Diabetes control. I know that. Heart condition. I know all this. I know all of them. What's the solution? Solution from sleep. Yeah, okay, we know that one. There's a jaw movement forward device. I heard. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And then the jaw up. Okay. Oh, the thing that goes to the chest. No. Or surgery. Which is what? Where's the surgery? How do they know that the surgery is going to work?
They go for big yardage, and here they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 31. 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down now, Peoples. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Peoples, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, they go with Young. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Being chased out left. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That is caught, fighting through, and he's got space. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The middle they go. Peoples. Yeah, he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Peoples. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Finds Johnston. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Peoples, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This is Young on the carry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, Achane. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now it's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he goes out right around the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good hit.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and they will take over first and 10. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now. This is second and long. Here's Tua. A run straight ahead with 8. And it's a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Throwing Tua. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but What makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 21-14, 27 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their play. Playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Throwing, Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, it'll be a 13th win on the year.